Alright guys, so it is, I don't know, like 8:30, quarter after 8. I don't even know what day it is. Wednesday night?
It's already quarter after 8.
Yep. Josh here is hauling a bucket of water to our dog kennel back here. And we'll show you why he's doing that. Sorry about all the overgrowth. He hasn't weed whacked back here. So here's why Josh was hauling water. We may have bought a cow.
It's not may have, it's we did.
Yeah, we bought a cow. She's a Holstein. She's a heifer. She was not a twin or anything, so as long as we decide that we like having a cow here on our homestead, we'll be able to breed her and get milk. Which is going to mean... Okay. No. I know, you want to go check her out, but we're not letting you in there.
No.
Which means a lot of cheese, ice cream, and butter for us. She's very sweet. She's a bottle baby. She was born just on the 25th of this month, so she's only 3 days old at this point. She's acting like she's hungry even though she ate before she got here.
The dairy farm we got her from made sure that she got a bottle when she left.
So if you guys have been watching us for a while, I'm pretty sure I had mentioned here or there that we weren't ever going to get a cow. She popped up on our local Craigslist for a steal. I mean a steal, guys. We paid $40 for her. And that was part of the reasoning into getting her. Was honestly the price point.
Yeah.
If we decide that we do not like having a cow here on our homestead, we'll raise her up until she's big enough and then we'll butcher her to go in the freezer. I don't think that's going to end up happening because I'm already kind of in love with her. And I like the prospect of not having to buy a cream separator to make butter. Because then we can use the goat's milk just for drinking and for the soft cheese and the soap. And I can use her milk for the hard cheeses, for butter, and for ice cream. We probably won't drink her milk because we've had goat's milk for as long as we have now that I don't think any of our stomachs could handle drinking cow's milk. But it totally doesn't bother us to eat like cow's milk cheese and stuff like that, so. But yeah, so this is what we did today. Well, mostly what Josh did because he went and picked her up after work.
Yep. But she comes from very, very good lines. She comes from, well, pretty good lines as far as everything goes, because her dam, which is her mom, scored an 83 as a two-year-old in the Holstein Association of some sort. When I got to the dairy farm, the farmer was in the middle of milking, and he's got 50 head of cattle, 50 head of cow, and there was only probably half of that, if not less, in the run, the dairy parlor. But he kind of explained everything, and she does also, her grand dam also has the carries the red gene, carries the red coat, and she was there as well. Don't have any scores on her because we didn't really talk about her, but he made sure that he said she carried that red coloring. So, and she was producing a ton of milk. He gave me a number somewhere in the high 3,000 pounds.
You sure you're not thinking 30,000?
Might be.
Because normal Holsteins produce like 9 gallons of milk a day.
Okay, so maybe like 39. I don't know. I like I said, we were in the middle of doing everything. Fans were running. He was talking to me. I just was kind of admiring the whole parlor as it was, realizing that we could never do dairy farming.
No.
I could never do dairy farming. It's a lot of work. But he did it so well. Like it was great. But he's a good resource for us.
So if we do decide to breed her and milk her, she probably will produce more milk than what we can use here. Um, but I do have some friends that I could give milk to. Can't legally sell it without a license.
Without licensing and certifications and all sorts of other inspection
But
nonsense, but that is...
I'll figure it out. Most hard cheeses take a couple gallons to make anyway, so we'll see. It's going to be a new experience for us. A learning experience. We do realize being on such small acreage that she's going to be primarily hay fed, and we took that into consideration before purchasing her. The goats, she's actually going to go in with the goats after a day or two in this kennel, just to make sure she doesn't get any sort of sickness from traveling and the stress of moving. We don't want her to pass anything on to the goats. So she's going to hang out here for a day or two. And then once we're sure she's not coming down with a cold, she'll move in with the goats, who are going to get one pasture expansion for this year, and then we'll probably give them a third once we get our greenhouse. And we don't need the garden area anymore, because then we can wrap it right up around that and up into the woods a little bit and give them quite a bit of room. So she'll have plenty of room to roam. She's not going to be super confined. But there definitely is not enough grass here to support pasture grazing for her, so it will be primarily hay. And depending, we might install some other beams and gates to do some rotational pasture grazing. Because I do know cows are heavy and they can wear down a pasture pretty fast, so. And coupled with the goats, we might need to figure out how to do some of that, but it's doable. We have plenty of wooded acreage.
Wooded acre.
Yeah, and before we take over the house from my dad, we're going to probably look into seeing if the guy who owns a ton of the land behind us and next to us is willing to sell us some. And that way, if we do get a mortgage, we can pay for that as well. And probably try to purchase at least another half acre to an acre off of him, if he's willing to sell it to us. It would be primarily woods. It would need some clearing, but we could do it. So the cow. We don't have a name for her yet. Cute little moo.
No, it's a moo-hoo, remember?
A moo-hoo.
Cows under a year are moo-hoos.
The collar, I just want to mention for any of you guys that are cow owning people, the collar is not staying on her. It will come off once she gets moved into the goat pasture, or into our pasture. She'll get a halter that we're actually going to order on Friday. I found a website that caters to mini cows, so they have ones that are small enough to fit her right now. And she'll get halter trained. So don't worry about the collar. It was literally just to get her from the back of the car up here.
And then from up here back to the goats.
Yeah, and from up here down to the goats in a day or two. I promise it's not on there super tight. I know it looks it, but she can get her ears out if she needs to. Like, it will slip right over her head. So. But yeah, normally I would ask for name suggestions, but my sister threw out a name that I kind of really like for her. I'm just waiting for Josh to give the whether he likes it or not.
To be honest with you, the name's fine. I'm okay with the name. I'm not gonna argue because, first of all, it's funny.
So my sister threw out the name suggestion of Tipsy. So when you go like cow tipping,
which she's not allowed at the house until she promises she's not gonna tip the cow.
She won't tip the cow.
You never know.
And I'm really kind of stuck on the name for her because she's in that baby stage and she's super wobbly and unstable right now anyways, so I'm kind of digging the name for her.
Yeah.
And yeah, and we're supposed to get some rain here tomorrow, so we'll see how she fares with that.
But She's the newest addition to the homestead.
An unneeded addition, but I've always had a soft spot in my heart for wanting to potentially own a cow. And for the price point when a lot of other calves around us are like 100 to 250 to even higher depending on the breed.
Just fell into it. Planets aligned and everything was fine.
Yeah, it was one of those we weren't actively looking for a cow, but when one pops up for $40, kind of gotta jump on it. And like I said, worst come to worst, if we decide that we don't like having her here, as mean as it sounds, she will provide for our family one way or another, whether it's milk or meat. If we do keep her for the milk, her calves, definitely her bull calves will be meat. Her heifers I would probably sell because there's always a market for heifers. So yeah, so a lot of our upcoming videos will feature a cow now too.
To think the YouTube channel really started because we brought Feline in from Arizona and everybody was worried where she was going, where she was coming from. You know, where she was going. And they wanted the journey for her, so we added her. Her finger is covering the mic so nobody can hear me.
Oh, I have an itch.
Well, I think we're going to upgrade the camera too anyways, but that's behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, it's one of those things where, you know, we do this not for just us, we do this for you guys.
Well, purchasing the cow we did for us.
Purchasing the cow we did for us. But
that
like,
was totally an us.
The recording of, like, everything we do is, you know, it's for us. It's for you guys. It's, you know, we want to make sure, you know, we're sharing our knowledge, whether it be, you know, master of all, jack of none.
Yeah.
Or jack of all, master of none. It's been a long day.
It's okay. And guys, speaking of Miss Feline, I just wanted to let you know she's doing good. She's not going to have a feature in this short video or the other couple videos that are going to accompany this one when they get put up. She's doing good. I don't think she's going to be ready for breeding this fall. I think I'm going to have to wait till spring of next year. She's definitely gotten taller. I'm going to get new batteries for the pet scale I have to put in there and make sure it's reading weights correctly, because the last time we weighed her she hadn't gained any weight, but she's gotten taller and I'm sure she weighs more than our baby does. So, no, he wanted to go in there when you opened the door.
No, but we can't let him in there.
No.
We'll kill him.
He might kill the cow.
Oh,
but so she's doing good. I just don't know if she's going to be ready for breeding this fall, but we're not starting till December anyway, so she still has, what, 4 months? 5 months?
5 months.
She still has like, well, no, 4. We're going into August next week.
Oh.
She still has like 4 months to grow. So you never know. She could put, as long as she's 40 pounds, and she looks and feels healthy enough, I would be willing to breed her, but we'll see what December brings for her. I'm not holding any promises, and if not, she'll probably get bred in April or May. Probably, no, March or April for August or September babies. I don't want to go into October because then they're still super young by the time we start getting snow. But
yeah, unfortunately New England, or the Northeast,
yeah.
not technically New England.
Oh well.
Or are we?
But so that's what's going on here, guys. That's our exciting news for today. And yeah, join us probably later this week, depending on the rain.
It's Wednesday.
Yeah.
The week's almost over.
Yeah, well, I mean like Sunday.
Oh.
Like Saturday or
So
Sunday, we'll probably get another video up, maybe. Maybe 4 for this week. The other 2 are already recorded.
They're recorded, they just gotta go through the process.
And we'll give you updates on all the goats and how they're doing with Miss Tipsy, and Miss Tipsy's the size of Daisy, so we'll see how that goes. And there's Ace. Just so you know, Josh is like 5'7", and that's where Ace's head comes. And there's Ace standing up, and Josh is 5'7". So that gives you kind of a perspective of how big he really is. A lot of people, like,
they just don't get it.
Yeah. So, And we're not really sure what he's mixed with. We're thinking Anatolian Shepherd and something else. But he's a good boy. He's a pretty boy. He doesn't get featured a lot because, well, he's never around when we're filming, and we're always down by the goats, and he can't go that far. And now I'm just rambling to ramble. So, until next time, guys, like, subscribe, check us out on Facebook, Instagram.
Check.com.
Yep, the website, which has 1 or 2 new postings up since our last video. And it will also be getting another posting or 2 in the next couple weeks. I have a fabulous no-bake cheesecake recipe to share with you. Fabulous, I tell you.
It's very good.
So be on the lookout for that. And I don't think I have any other recipes, just that one.
Yep.
Until next time, guys.